Hey, we're back again, and this is our fourth time, and I'm going to get as much as I can before the technology has a problem. I wanted to talk a little bit about your Thanksgiving table. I live in LA. I live on the left coast. It's very different, far cry from the Midwest where I was born and raised. My values could be quite different. I really don't venture back for the holidays, and so many people do. And when they do, they bring along with them their belief systems, their values, their personal growth as a person, and it can be a very challenging time. I'm not even talking about historical family issues and things that have never been resolved, but I'm talking about what happened 2 weeks ago when we elected someone who's not even president yet, but these significant things have happened as a result. Things that in my lifetime I've not seen such a public outcry of hatred and violence and xenophobia in general. And for some people who have voted in that direction, of course, it's everyone's right. If you have the right to vote, not everybody has a right, and that's a whole nother issue. But if you have the right to vote, you made a vote. Not only did you vote for a particular candidate, but you have also voted for the values and beliefs in which that person represents, and people have taken it as a green light to be able to openly display hatred towards other people, which I know that people hate other people. I know that. I did have a naive belief that things have progressed. I did that. Hey, and it's a naivety based on optimism and probably biased by the way that I personally think. So what are you going to do when that topic comes up? What are you going to do when that kind of support that is so very different from what you support comes up as this topic of the conversation? I'm very convinced. My optimism has a certain realism to it. I'm convinced that it's nearly impossible to change people's belief system if they're over a certain age. So I have always focused my efforts on transforming younger people, and it includes perhaps adults who are willing and open to see things in a different way. But if you're unable to see things in a different way, and you choose not to see things in a different way, and you choose to not listen, those individuals, it's going to be wasted breath for those individuals. And then we come to the idea, because the idea is, if you voted a certain way, does that mean that you are racist or that you have those values? Hey, you have opened the door for those kind of values to come to the forefront. And for some reason, people feel it's completely socially acceptable now to spread messages of hate. And it's a very complicated time for everyone. But now, as the holidays come up, which is supposed to be reconnecting, resolution, these things are going to come up. I have a couple questions for you to think about. Do you avoid the conversations? Is that what you do if the conversation comes up? Do you simply say, it's probably not a good conversation to have? Pass the gravy. Do you lie about your position? Do you say, I really don't have any position in this direction or that direction? How will that feel? Will people believe you? Well, then